You have more than a voice.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
In a world where power shifts its every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. But for us, the technical crew,
it's weird for technical people to be in front of camera, but I just want to say,
now this one they make me come outside every day. Anytime when they call me, I will rush come outside. We don't get holiday.
Our holiday is part of our daily routine, and we've embraced it.
I must say, the work is challenging, engaging, and interesting.
We are all families here at VOP, and we the technical crew.
For us, it's another day on the job.
But it's tough being away from family.
But the latter part of it is that after the work,
we stay connected with video calls and messages. Merry Christmas.
On behalf of the technical crew, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, and here we are, job continues.
It's a season of love, a season of joy, a season to celebrate you because you deserve it. From all of us at Voice of the People TV, we only want to wish you a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year ahead.
We are here with the leadership of VOP Television Lagos. We do appreciate this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to our viewers all over the world and our admirers. Cheers.
ẹ̀yin tèmi ní nàìjíríà lókè òkun mò ń kí yín fún kérésìmesì ọdún yìí á yabo fún wa o gbogbo àlàrí bá ti ṣe tààrọ̀ náà gbégbá o. I wish my fans all over the world in Europe, America, Australia, everywhere a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Catch ya next year.
Welcome, guys. The show is Hashtags right here on VOP TV. My name is Vivian Oguche, and it's always a pleasure to have you hang out with us. So this is where we're going to tell you all things trending and all things topical, right? Today promises to be another roller coaster. Yeah, we're also going to be following up on some of the stories we broke yesterday, but I can promise you that we've got fresh ones as well. So, it's the Yuletide, but something seems to be happening in Lagos this period. Let me not just let the cat out of the bag first. I'd love for you to meet my co-anchor, and then we'll get down to business.
All right, guys, just less than 48 hours to the year 2026, and this obviously is Hashtag, where you get to get everything that's happening around the world as we speak at this moment. But then it's a very good day to be here again to talk conversation. That's exactly what we'll do here on Hashtag. We'll follow up on trending stories and, of course, bring you stories that we've actually, brought before. I mean, if this is the very first time to be part of Hashtag, do join us again. If this is the very first time to be part of Hashtag, please do like, share.
You're welcome, guys. Welcome. Can we get this show on the road? Thank you so much. Our very first hashtag for today is Hashtag Peter Obi. So, Peter Obi, former Labour Party presidential candidate, is commending Lagos. This is the very first time I'm hearing him commending Lagos State Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu. And what's he saying? He's saying that, look, Governor Sanwo-Olu, you and the emergency responders did very well to nip the fire in the bud. I'm talking about the fire outbreak that engulfed the Great Nigeria Insurance House, right, located on Lagos Island. We're going to be showing you a video of that in a short while, in case you didn't catch it last week when we broke the news to you. So Peter Obi is saying, well done, but please, you guys need to do better. Let me take you to X now, so we'll put up that post by Peter Obi, shall we? So, Peter Obi says, I've just received the heartbreaking news of the fire that gutted the Great Nigeria Insurance House in Balogun Market. He put this up like 2 hours ago, and he now said, my thoughts and prayers are with all those affected by this tragedy. To the families and loved ones of those who have lost their lives, I extend my deepest condolences. I commend Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency for their efforts so far in coordinating rescue operations. However, we must not stop there. I plead with the government and all relevant agencies to intensify efforts to rescue those still trapped under the rubble, especially the Omatu brothers, whose distressing phone calls and their families' public plays have captured the hearts of Nigerians everywhere. I'm going to be showing you a picture of that in a short while. The trio, the people he mentioned, the Omatu brothers. But there's a concluding part of this statement. He said, this tragedy serves as a poignant reminder that our emergency services need improvement. Let this moment serve as a call to action for better preparedness, stronger regulations, and a renewed commitment to protecting our citizens. I urge all Nigerians to pray for the rescue of the trapped and support the families affected. A new Nigeria is possible, PA. So, Ikechukwu, apparently there are people still trapped in the rubble, and the emergency response team still on ground, still doing their work. So even though Peter Obi is commending them, he's saying, you guys need to do better. Now, he talked about 3 family members that are still trapped. One of the netizens went the extra mile to pick up their pictures. So I'm going to be showing you in a short while. You know, you had said something when we're talking about the news that how well is the respondents responding to the incident? And you had said they were not doing well. But our director that day, I remember it was Victor Idris, corrected us instantly to say, look, these guys have been on ground and they are doing the best they can. Now, it has come to our attention that 3 people have died. At least 3 people lost their lives in this incident. And the response team are still there doing their thing. I don't know if you want to jump on this before we take a look at what netizens are saying.
Well, I mean, first off, you know, when stuff like this happen, definitely it's right in the hands of the first responder to actually ensure that, you know, if they can actually manage to actually keep life safe, and if they are unable to do it, the damage is already done, they just have to keep it minimal. So at that point, you know, if you recall the very first image that we saw, I mean, there was no clear image of the first responder until very much later when we saw the image of fire struck. And one of the things we actually were also talking about was that the fire actually started quite early, and then, you know, the later on it got bigger than, if the fire responder had actually come earlier, it shouldn't have actually, grown as big as it later became. So that was actually a problem for me. But now seeing Peter Obi giving them a nod, right? I want to believe that he's actually seen the situation closer than, that I have seen it. But again, it's still very much open, and I really want to hope that this first responders will definitely do more to actually ensure that, properties don't get damaged more damage.
So in case you didn't catch it last week, I have a video, right? Why don't you take a look at it with first responders, a fire service on ground, trying to ensure that the fire does not spread. Take a listen, guys. So that was what happened last week. And this thing is still ongoing. The responders are still there trying to pull people out of the rubble. Like we had a Lagos State government confirm that at least 3 people have died. Our hearts are with the families of, the deceased. But netizens are actually jumping on this. Some are reacting to Peter Obi, congratulating or commending Lagos State governor and, of course, the responders. And also some are saying, you need to do more. There are people still trapped under the rubble. Peter Obi actually talked about it. So let me take you back to X now so you see how netizens are responding to this one. This is The Guardian, and it's saying vendors count losses, 3 bodies recovered in Lagos Great Nigeria House blaze. Yeah, more reactions? So Ryan says, my prayers are with all affected, and may those still trapped be found safe. This tragedy highlights the urgent need for stronger emergency services, better preparedness, and stricter safety regulations. Let's act now to protect lives and support the families. More reactions? So Ebere David says, OMG, this fire outbreak in the Great Nigeria Insurance House in Balogun Market, Lagos Island is heartbreaking. I urge the personnel involved to intensify efforts to rescue more people who are trapped. It is well. My God, console those who are affected by this. More reactions? So, Grandja GCFR says, 3 brothers still trapped under the rubble over 6 days. My president, yet. Okay, I think he's jumbling so many things together. But this is actually the picture of the 3 brothers still under the rubble. It is unfortunate, and I'm hoping that they come out alive. People are sending prayers up to the man upstairs to ensure that they come out safe. We join, the mass prayers for these brothers. May they come out alive. Ikechukwu, this is very touching. There are more reactions, so let's note it, technical guys, so coming back to that. But before that, do you want to talk about these 3 brothers that are still trapped under the rubble?
It's sad. I'm just trying to imagine what the family will be, going through at this point. Particularly their mother, if they still have a mother.
Yeah.
It's going to be very traumatizing for her. 3 sons, down there. You don't even know their fate at this point. I just hope for some stroke of luck, they will still be alive. It's possible.
Is it luck?
Yes, 6 days under the rubble, no air, no nothing. Just stroke of luck. I just want to believe.
Okay.
I don't want to use miracle.
Let's take a look at the next reaction, shall we? Because there are more reactions to this particular hashtag. We do hope the brothers come out alive, and it's not luck that's going to do it, really. It's supernatural intervention and as well the efficiency of the responders. Hepzibah Behula says, Dear Mr. Peter Obi, thank you for your empathy. It is sad that 6 days after the fire started on Christmas Eve, the response remains too slow and inadequate. The Omatu brothers' desperate calls exposed how unprepared our emergency system truly are. Yet rescue drags on with no clear end in sight. Commending officials is fair, but we need tougher accountability. Repeated fires in Balogun show weak enforcement of safety rules, poor building standards, and delayed heavy equipment deployment. Prayers help, but concrete reforms, stricter regulations, and faster response protocols are what will actually save lives next time. This tragedy demands more than words. Nigerians deserve better protection now. New Nigeria is possible. Obi is coming in 2027. There's one more I'd like for us to take a look at. It's going to link us to the next hashtag, which is hashtag fire outbreak. But Robinson Victor says, the rate of bad news from fire to accident and then fire in this period is alarming. Most of the incidents have pointed towards our slow response to emergency. While I pray for the safety and quick recovery of everyone involved, I hope the government, including all sectors, improve on our response to emergency. Now, Robinson is talking about the rate at which there are fire outbreaks, in Lagos. You remember how I told you that this season, this Yuletide in Lagos, it seems to be an epidemic of fire outbreaks. Another one just happened at Oshodi Market, and Chooks broke the news. The news is just beginning to spread now. We're breaking it to you as well of another fire outbreak in another huge market in Lagos. Let's take a look at Chooks on X now that is breaking this particular news, shall we? So Chooks says, happening now, fire outbreak at Arena, Oshodi Market, Lagos State. He put up this video, guys. Take a look. So this is happening right now at Arena, Oshodi Market. And if you could hear, the siren blowing in the background, it looks like there is respondents already on ground. But Ikechukwu, did you hear some of the standards by saying fire service no get water? If it is true, then it is appalling.
Well, I mean, if you've witnessed, a situation where there is huge fire like that, I mean, it's not something that is new. It would not be something that is new to hear if you witnessed it before. So I'm not surprised, if that's actually true in this case, that there's actually no water in the tank of the firefighters. But I mean, it's quite sad. This is very much a military complex, where this market is situated. So I want to believe that it's going to be quelled. As we can see, obviously the picture shows that there's water now, and they're taking it out.
There's water.
I mean, this is going to actually take a lot from the businessmen running their business, because I want to believe this is tons of millions.
The flames are huge, and it looks like it's spreading. Yes. But it looks like there's water, and the responders are doing what they need.
And this is one thing you get around this particular time. This when the atmosphere is very dry like this, little fire can really just spread, and you get into all of this. So I just hope that all of these markets and all these buildings that have materials that are highly inflammable, if fire outbreak happens, have this huge fire extinguisher. Now I think it should be made mandatory by the authorities handling not just this market, markets across the country, because
I think since this has become commonplace now, one of the things that needs to be put in place is proactive measures to ensure that if there's an outbreak, there are immediate means to end it. Like you're saying, the fire extinguisher.
True. I also want to say this in addition to what you said, that markets should also have their standby, fire.
I agree.
I think that's necessary at this point, because it doesn't make sense for them to be waiting for this. Hold up. I mean, many other things can actually be a problem for them to actually get there. So they need as much as possible. This fire truck should be stationed. We don't know what will happen, and then if it happens, it's going to be nipped to the bud before it even grows beyond, just one shop. If
you take a look at the pictures on your screen, it looks like the traders are able to, retrieve some of their stuff from the shopping complex. Gosh, I don't know.
This is actually a very big market.
It is.
Yeah, if you've thought the market, you know how big, and you look at it, you also understand how the level of damage that is actually happening there. This is a lot, to actually bear. I passed this market just yesterday, and I mean, just this happening today is actually very sad to see. It's quite big. It's huge. It's
huge. And it looks like the responders are doing their thing, though. And I'm hoping that there is no fatality this time.
I'm hoping
against what we saw, what happened 6 days ago at the Great Nigeria Insurance House that we just talked about. Well, that's about it. There are a number of responses to this particular hashtag that I'd love for us to quickly take a look. So let me take you back to X now for you to see how netizens are responding. So your Abuja doctor says, no, not again. Can't we rest from bad news in this country? Who did we offend? I hope no lives are lost, though. Sad. December far. Your Abuja doctor again says, trust me when I say that before the fire service arrives at the scene, the only thing left to save will be ashes. They may even arrive and come with incomplete or inadequate gear. Fire service that has come to put out fire in my estate before without any water in their truck. Yeah. So your Abuja doctor is recounting an experience that happened in his or her estate. But in this case, it looks like the fire service came prepared and they came almost immediately based on what we're saying. Mani says, Lagos State and fire be like 5 and 6. But I'm hoping that ends soon, though. Let's end it there as we quickly move on now to the next hashtag. So, hashtag George Akume is what's trending. He is the SGF, right? The secretary to the government of the Federation. Now, he is at loggerheads with the governor of his state. So, George Akume used to be a governor of Benue State. So, Father Aliyah, Hyacinth Aliyah, is the current governor. But it looks like these people are never, ever going to eat from the same plate. It looks like it's a replay of what's happening between the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, and his erstwhile godfather, Nyesom Wike. That picture is not supposed to be on your screen, so please ignore it. So, it looks like at the moment, Father Aliyah and George Akume are not smiling at each other. So, Vice President Kashim Shettima decided to jump into the fray to settle the matter once and for all. He said, if you don't settle this matter between you, it will be the people of Benue State that will suffer. There's a video I'd like for you to take a listen to the VP.
Brothers all perish together as pools. We cannot afford to allow the discord between the elder statesman, distinguished Senator George Akume, and the governor of Benue State, my brother, Reverend Hyacinth Aliyah, to pester. We have that moral obligation to step in and heal the wounds. What binds us together supersedes whatever that divides us. If this relationship goes asunder, it's the people of Benue that will suffer. As Martin Luther King...
Did you hear the VP say that if this thing does not end, it will be the people of Benue State that will suffer? It is interesting to know that George Akume is trending because the VP made this comment when he went to Benue State to attend a wedding ceremony of George Akume's son. But the other reason why George Akume is trending is because of a post I'm going to be showing you now. George Akume just got married to the former queen. Can we call her? Is there anything like a former queen? The ex-wife of the Ooni of Ife, Queen Zainab. just got married to George Akume, and this has got tongues wagging. People are saying, Shebi, they said once you're married to a chief or a king, you will not be able to get married to another man after the divorce or something. But hey, let me put up that picture now. The Punch has it. George Akume, who got married to Queen Zainab. Queen Zainab happens to be, once upon a time, the Oni's wife. That's it. SGF George Akume marries Oni's ex-Queen Zainab. Ikechukwu, does this shock you? Do you want to talk about this before you talk about what the VP said about
it? I've not seen it before, anyways. So that's why it's shocking that someone's marrying, the former wife of a king. I've not seen it anywhere.
Oh, you've not heard it?
Oh, I've not heard it. I've not seen it. I've not heard it.
So it's a Nigerian thing that when once married to a king, always married to a king, whether you guys are separated.
Yes, that's what I know. But I mean, this is actually strange. But I also do know that once a marriage is dissolved, because marriage is beyond just physical. It also has spiritual play. So once it dissolves, I want to also believe that at this level, the queen herself and of course George Akume should be aware that they have the moral obligation to end the marriage spiritually too. So I also want to believe that the owner himself would have actually given his own consent that this is officially over. So
there's a possibility that George Akume informed Jeoni that he was going to marry his ex-wife.
Not necessarily. He might not, but then he would be certain that there's actually no ties again, and then consult with his own spiritual person, his pastor, maybe whoever it is he believes in. Say, this is what I want to do. What are the things? And then if there's any thing that's going to be a problem, of course, what we should do and all of that. That should be between himself now and the family of the girl, to sort that out. But I mean, it's a good one. Marriage is always beautiful, no matter how it comes, no matter how long you stay to get it. But for the issue of George Akume
versus the governor of Benue State,
it is always a thing, right? The governor will always want to say that I'm the governor of the state. Of course, who was the governor when the likes of Akume and co were actually pushing for the presidency, helping Asiwaju get into office? They actually played their role for himself. He's just one of those very silent player in the president's corner. Not like not like Wike that's very outspoken, but he's a very silent player.
So what I hear you say is he's one of the major stakeholders in the North Central.
Very well, because I mean you don't get the position of the SGF by just being a party man. No, you have to be well trusted by the president for him to actually hand that to you. And that's exactly what, because he was one of those who was actually supposed to be the Senate president before, what's his name? Ahmed Lawan actually got it. And, very much an Asiwaju person. So now it's a game more like what happened in Rivers State. Now it's actually playing out. I just want to, like the, VP said, and this is where I kind of feel a certain kind of way about his comment. I would have expected him to actually keep this comment to himself and then call them, sort it out, not in an open space, because
what's wrong with him saying it in an open space?
See, the thing is, I mean, politicians, right? At this point, it's obvious that this is still very much growing. Like he said, if you allow it to fester.
Last week there was actually someone was stabbed at an event. There was an occasion. So George Akume's camp clashed with Alia's camp. And there were some stabbings. There was blood on the floor. I think it was Michael Jackson that they did a song like that. People almost died. They had to rush people to the hospital because of the very violent clash. So this is a problem that's been festering. And so I think the intervention of the VP is
I'm not saying
whether public or private.
No, I think this can be sorted out, without coming out to speak about it. See, this is still very much the infant stage of this particular problem. This is still it's still very...
That's what you think. Now, the reason why I didn't bring that bloody scene on air is because some people are very allergic to blood.
Yes, I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing that there's been any sort of.
So you don't call it an infant stage. It's not at the stage of.
This is still very much the state of infancy.
So what's an infant? Or who is an infant?
See,
how do you describe an infant?
In a crisis like this, how do you?
Infancy in politics is the same as in humanity.
See, at this level, right?
Yeah.
This level where we're just trying to show that, you know, I'm actually in control of this. That's exactly what it means. You know, I have people, you have people. This is still very much infancy. When it goes full blown, that's when you start seeing, you know, incidents like, you know, for example, what happened in Rivers State where pipeline got blown up. That's exactly where.
But nobody was stabbed.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly where, because
for me, the human life is sacred. It's more important than pipeline.
For you.
Because when you are dead, there is nothing the pipeline
for
can
you,
do for
but not for politicians.
Yeah, but for you, Unko.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at
for you. What's more important?
Exactly. For me, it's human.
So what are we talking about?
We're looking at politicians having conversations.
So why are we even arguing about this? I think it's time for us to end this particular hashtag. So we move on to the next one, which is Anthony Joshua. This is like a follow-up to one of the hashtags we broke yesterday. Anthony Joshua, legendary boxer, iconic boxer, was in the road crash yesterday. It was fatal. He lost two of his very close friends. Now we're beginning to see, you know, condolences pouring, and the identity of those two foreigners who died in the crash have been revealed. There are allies of Joshua. In fact, one of them is a very popular trainer of his. I'm going to be showing you the messages that are pouring in regarding this. So the FRSC came out with a post yesterday to say that it was overspeeding that caused the accident. I think one of the publications has that. Let's take a look at it, and then we'll go to X for you to see what some people are saying, and a video they put up of a stationary truck too that was involved in this particular road crash. Anthony Joshua is the hashtag. So the Cable, which is one of the publications that broke the news, says FRSC blames excessive speed, wrongful overtaking for motor crash involving Anthony Joshua. Let's go to X now. Somebody actually put up a video, but before the video, let's take a look at the post that the person on X put up to explain the video you're about to watch. So Bolaji says this is the truck Anthony Joshua's vehicle ran into. It was properly parked and positioned off the road. The road was in good condition, as clearly seen in the video. Apparently, the driver veered off the road. Overspeeding kills, drive carefully. Bolaji is lending credence to what the FRSC said, even though the FRSC says that the investigation is ongoing. Take a look at this video.
Yeah. This is the truck that I want to kill Anthony Joshua for us today. This is the truck. Yeah? And this truck won't kill Anthony Joshua for us. Now you see this?
Right? But did you see any caution sign to say there's a parked truck there?
It's not on the road.
It's not on the road. So there's not supposed to be any caution sign?
If it's not on the road, if it's clearly off the road.
Really?
Yes, if it's clearly off the road. If it's on the road, blocking some section of the road, then you put caution signs, you know, that something is here, blocking the road. But if it's off the road, there's no need for it to be there.
Okay, so the FRSC is right to say that the fault is that of Joshua and his allies.
Yes.
All right. Well, I really am not, you know, blaming anybody at this moment, because investigation is still ongoing and the reports are pouring in. And they're saying it was because of that stationary truck there that the accident happened. Also, the FRSC, like we heard, said it is overspeeding, accosted. Now, there are condolences pouring in, and people are saying lots of good things. I'm being educated here. My director is telling me that overspeeding is the major factor in this very tragic accident. So let's continue to take a look at, you know, this hashtag as condolences pouring. I'm taking you to X now so you see what people are saying about this. So Mr. P Square, you know him? The other half of the defunct P Square says, this accident has shattered me completely. Lads and Sina, I can't believe you are gone. Why? To my brother at Anthony Joshua, my heart breaks for you. Lads and Sina will forever live in our memories and in the love they left behind. Even in the middle of this storm, we are grateful to God for sparing your life. May He comfort you, guide you, and help you carry their legacy with pride and strength. You are in our thoughts and prayer. And he said, Stay strong, brother. He put up this video of Lars, Sina, Joshua, and himself, as well as some other people. So we'll take a listen to what they are saying a little bit, or the background, and then the video will play while Ikechukwu and I talk about it. Take a listen, guys. All right, so Ikechukwu, Lars, Sina. Those are the two foreigners that crashed. They are very close friends of Anthony's. One of them, Lars, is his trainer.
It's sad. It's for boxers, right? People who, not just boxers, people who do individual sports. When, someone who is this close to them, leaves their camp, not even in the case of death now, leaves their camp, it demoralizes them.
Yeah.
There are cases. Tiger Woods' divorce shattered him. I mean, he finds a way himself back to the summit, but it took a while before he got back. Mike Tyson, when he actually lost the man who was like the father figure for him, the Amato, that's when he actually lost everything. He became, a shadow of himself. He never rose again.
So what I'm hearing you say is the loss of Lars is going to affect Joshua.
So it now depends on how close, if it's just a trainer, they might not really impact him. But if it's
apparently you're very
if it's beyond a trainer, more like a confident, someone who can actually read him psychologically and help him come out of situations, then this is going to be a very tough one for Joshua to handle.
Hey, but Joshua is one of the kings of comebacks. Apparently, he's strong enough. But a very touching picture there. You see Lars some moments ago, full of life, eating with Mr. P Square and some friends, and all of a sudden, on Christmas Day, you hear he's dead.
Life is supposed to mean.
Can you even wrap your head around it? But hey, Bashir Ahmed apparently knows Lars as well. He put up a post. Someone else also talked about Lars and put up a video. So that is, before that, let's take a look at President Tinubu's condolence message to Anthony Joshua. And he called him fondly. AJ is what he says. Those are Anthony Joshua's initials. So President Tinubu says, I extend my deep sympathies to you following the tragic accident on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which claimed 2 precious lives and caused you injuries. This immense tragedy casts a deep shadow on this season. I sympathize with you and your family as you bear the emotional weight of this unfortunate incident. As a sportsman, you have always shown courage, discipline, and unwavering love for our country. These are qualities that have made you a source of national pride. In moments like this, we must encourage one another as brothers and sisters with a shared destiny. I pray for strength, wisdom, and grace for you during this painful period. May God grant you a speedy recovery and repose to the souls of the departed. More reactions to this one. Let's take a look at the next one. So Bashir Ahmed ONN says, no one can truly imagine what Anthony Joshua is going through, losing 2 of your closest friends in a single day, simply as a result of honoring you by accompanying you to your hometown. This is an unimaginable pain. I wish him the strength to bear this profound loss and a speedy recovery. Now, Ikechukwu, that must answer your question. These are not just trainers or, associates. These are his closest friends, Lars and Sina. That's a picture of both of them there. And they were just accompanying Anthony Joshua to his hometown to see his grandpa.
It's going to be a very tough one for him, sincerely.
Yeah.
Particularly the one who is the trainer, because beyond just being friends, he understands what comes with being a professional in that particular field. It's going to be really tough.
Yeah, there are more reactions to this one. There's a next post I want for you to take a look at, and then we'll take a look at the video that Dr. Peking put up. He said, Anthony Joshua's close associate and personal trainer, Abdul Latif, was undertaking so many humanitarian projects in Nigeria, including classroom blocks, football pitches, before his tragic passing. Let's take a look at this video he put up while Ikechukwu talks. That's why we'll talk about this. Look at Lars. He's full of life. He looks like a boxer himself. So apparently he's got deep roots in Nigeria. Probably has been coming to Nigeria with Anthony for, years now.
Yeah.
So he's actually invested in sports And can you imagine? He's built classrooms and he's been very silent. Nobody heard about this whole thing until he passed on. You see how life is, and that's his legacy.
That's legacy.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's legacy. I mean...
That's the classroom he built for people.
He's very much, a sport-loving person, obviously, from what his projects, the projects...
Can we take the hashtag sign off so that the viewer at home can be reading what's been... Thank you so much. So that's him talking now. So you can read along while Ikechukwu talks about it.
So, for someone who is very much into sports, he's actually trying to get, kids off the streets, basically by doing these things. Humanitarian.
That looks like a bag of rice.
Yes,
well.
Doing this for people, says a lot. I just hope that, I don't know, but people who have really benefited from this particular project that he's doing, I just hope someone just pick this project somewhere and continue it.
Can we take a look at what he's saying?
It's really a very strong one for them.
So he's asking people to come join him to help the vulnerable people.
Yeah.
That whether it's just a little you can contribute to people's lives, it will help. It's amazing. This was in 2019.
That's far back when he actually started it. It's about 6 years ago now, right? 6 years doing this,
that's the
this sort
building.
Of project.
Yeah.
It says a lot about the kind of person that is. This is a country where you have absolutely no ties to. You just want to come, show that yes, you are human and you understand that people can actually be born on the wrong side of the world. Give them a better life, help them get, if even not 100% of what you actually are used to, of course, let them actually get a feel of what, decency feels like. And doing all of this for people who you don't know, just because you have a friend who is who is from that part of the world, says a lot about the kind of person that you are.
And it says a lot about humanity. It shows that with people like this, humanity is not totally gone. It's not broken. Because you see, he said that the children or the classroom he built and the students he's coaching or he's helping, that they are being taught Arabic. Now, not too long ago, Peter Obi had come out to say that for these Al-Majiri children who are out of school in the north, that even though you want to keep learning Arabic, he wants to bring physics, mathematics to them. I think that's exactly what Laz has just done. So you are an Al-Majiri, you are not roaming the streets, you are learning Arabic in a classroom in a dignified manner. It takes my breath away. That's it.
It's also sad that, but sometimes when you see these stuff, people who actually do this, good people barely
and they're very quiet.
Good people barely stay this long. Stay long for a long time.
Well, I don't agree. There are so many good people who are still alive and who.
I'm not disputing that, but this sort of things, it's quite heartbreaking to see. I just hope that this project continues. It doesn't die with him.
I'm sure Anthony is going to jump on this to ensure that his legacy stays alive. And I'm thinking this is not just about Lads alone. It probably is in collaboration with Anthony. I'm just assuming.
Well, I hope so. Even if it's not in collaboration, I think this will just be a way to just honor, Lac's memory. Perhaps rename the project from Sport Heritage to, Lac's Foundation or something. For his friends. It's very, very. It's a sad way to actually die. Accident is not. I know someone who actually got involved in, this sort of thing. He didn't die, but the car was, almost totally gone.
Yeah, but stuff like this will want to make you really reflect deeply and think about how you live every moment of your life. Never, ever take it for granted, I'm telling you. And what Lats did in that video shows that there is a shared humanity between all of us, regardless of skin color, regardless of nationality. Gosh, this just breaks my heart.
It is the government of the world that brings boundary and whatever it is. Real humans don't see boundaries, don't see identity, don't see color. All we see is you're human, I'm a human. I just need to find a way to make you happy. And that's what he's just shown.
Yeah. So this is what we'll say to end this particular hashtag. May the souls of the departed, Lats and Sinner, rest in peace. And we do hope that AJ, talking about Anthony Joshua, recovers very, very quickly and makes a quick comeback to his boxing career. On that note, we move on to the next hashtag, last for today, which is hashtag Uganda versus Nigeria. Ikechukwu, take it away.
Well, officially Super Eagles through to the next round as the group winners. Yes, the result of this game wouldn't have really changed anything because we've already won the group before the game actually started, after defeating Tunisia. Interesting, Eric Chell actually, introduced people who are not really gotten minutes in this particular tournament, and one of them actually got a goal. In fact, two of them actually got the goals. The striker and the midfielder got
the midfielder is trending. They're saying so.
Yes.
This is the person you've been benching for Ndidi.
Yes.
And they're saying, hey, let's see more of him.
I mean,
what's his name?
Rafael Onyedika. He scored brilliant goals in the UEFA Champions League from that particular position against Man City. He was awesome. So a lot of people were like want to see more of him in this particular. But Ndidi is a general. He's always been around. He's shown stuff. He's shown quality, and that's exactly why he's.
And he's also the captain of the Super Eagles.
Yes.
So the match between Uganda and Nigeria ended 1-3.
Yes. 3-1, and the striker also Paul Onuachu is one of the top scorers in Turkish League. Osimhen also played. So that's actually got him the opportunity to be part of the Nations Cup squad.
How did Osimhen do?
Well, he did very well. He was also supposed to get a goal, but the goalkeeper actually fouled outside the 18, so he was sent packing. I mean, given the matching order, which means a red card, and that actually reduced their number. So it gave Nigeria another advantage in that particular game to get
what. So what would you say? So it was an 11-10 man game, a 10-man, 11-man game.
10-man, 11 game. But of course, we've scored. One goal before that happened. So, those two goals actually came in succession after that guy was sent out.
So let me ask you without bias, what would you say about Chell? Do you think he's got his mojo back, really?
Well, for me, I see a man who is still very indecisive. He really doesn't know how he wants to play. Today, he's coming out as a man in full jeans. Tomorrow, he's putting on skirts. You really cannot tell.
Guys, that's not literal. Don't take it literally.
You really cannot tell what his plans are. We've seen the Super Eagles. We know the quality of players we have. We know the best formation that suits them. But every single time he likes to experiment. This is exactly why a lot of persons call and ask why he's doing this. Perhaps if he's being controlled or told the players that should be fielded. Because
controlled by who?
We really cannot tell at this point, but it feels that way because now you have the players, you play a certain way, you play very well, people clap for you. And
because
the
you're sounding like just the way Aisha Buhari, the former First Lady, is saying there's a cabal that was controlling her husband. You're sounding like there's a cabal in
there's always
the
been
world
cabal.
of football that's controlling
there's always been
right now.
There's always been cabal. I'll even tell you, former NFF president, I'm talking about Ahmad Joe Pinnick.
Yeah.
Before the 20th.
Who is still very active in Nigerian football governing.
But of course not the chairman now.
Yeah.
And not the president now. Before the 2018 World Cup, he actually ensured that Ahmed Musa was part of the team. And after the particular championship, he said it is a slot for him to be part of it. But normally, the coach decides, players that he wants in a particular championship. Right. If a man can actually influence the list of players that will go for a championship, it means, he can also influence the list of players that will play. These are the things. So sometimes it feels like Eritrea really doesn't know what he wants to do.
But so far, it's working for whatever he's doing is working for him, Abi. You guys are still. Oh, I'm saying you guys because I think I'm a retired fan of the Super Eagles. I'm just watching things for now. You think you're gonna make it all the way?
We have the
favorite Morocco right now, but do you?
Very well.
Yeah, but you think Super Eagles?
We have the quality to go all the way. If Eritrea can decide what he wants to put on, if it's a suit, if it's an agbada, let us know.
All right.
That's what the problem is at this point. He should just decide how he wants to, set up the boys. I think we've got the quality toe-to-toe against any team.
All right. Guys, on that note, we wrap it up. We are counting down to the last day of 2025. Aren't you excited that you made it this far? We are hoping that, look, I'm actually hoping that 2025, even though it's just like over 24 hours, about 25, 26 hours remaining, I'm hoping really that 2025 is the best year of my life and I'm going to get into 2026. That's going to top it. But I don't know about you though. I'm optimistic. I'm an incurable optimist. But I got to say thank you to everybody who contributed to making the show today a success. Let's do it together as we count down to New Year's Day. I'm talking about 2026. A bigger thanks to you guys really for watching. Without you, hey, there's no hashtag. It's all about you. So keep a date again with Ikechukwu and Nai for another edition of Hashtags right here, same time, same station. Until then, I am Vivian Oguche and bye for now.
What happens in the hush behind hangar doors? Who signs the papers that gamble with lives? Which truths were grounded before they even ever had wings? If you've ever buckled a seatbelt at 30,000 feet, if you've ever stared out of that tiny window and wondered who's really in control of the skies, it isn't just flight, it's power, it's politics, it's pressure sealed in steel. We're peeling back the clouds from runway risks to sky-high secrets. We're diving deep where most dare not to look. Aviation Scope, every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Voice of the People TV. We don't just report, we reveal. We don't just ask, we uncover. Because when it comes to the skies, ignorance is turbulence. Aviation Scope, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejumo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap chat. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you.